And hello, folks. So we're going to jump into some Train Sim World 3 today. Dovetail Games made an announcement, I believe yesterday actually, that one of the new things on the roadmap right now is Amtrak Acela. Acela is a high-speed train set for U.S. passenger lines, primarily operating in the Northeast Corridor of the United States. So we're going to be getting that on Train Sim World 3 for the first time. And it kind of basically reminded me that we have very few American passenger routes in Train Sim World 3 at this time. And kind of gave me the itch to want to play a little bit. So we're going to jump in with some services on the Peninsula Corridor line today. Peninsula Corridor is basically a passenger line operating in the San Francisco Bay Area. So we're going to do some of that today. All right, so so we're going to do Peninsula Corridor today, but when the Acela line comes out, I believe Dovetail's saying that's going to be added to the Boston Sprinter line, or basically the Northeast Corridor from Boston to Providence, which currently has the Amtrak City Sprinter, otherwise known as the ACS 64, and also has regional commuter services with the MBTA. So I believe the Acela is going to be added to this existing route. So I think it's going to be a locomotive DLC. I don't think it's going to be a route DLC. So we're going so I guess more information will be coming out for that soon. But in the meantime, we're going to jump in with Peninsula Corridor. Let's find us something to do. All right, so Peninsula Corridor has basically three locomotives offered to us right now. The Jeep 38 for Union Pacific freight services, and then two Caltrain locomotives, the MP36PH, also known as the Baby Bullet, which is kind of semi-high speed, and also the F40PH, which I believe the F40PH is also what they use on the Boston Sprinter line for MBTA MBTA commuter services. So I haven't really driven the F40 in a pretty long time. We're going to give that a try today. I tend to drive the Baby Bullet more often than the MP36. So let's see, just refreshing my memory a little bit here. Different service types. So the 100 is local service. Okay, southbound, local, all stops. All right. The 200 services are southbound limited stops. And then the 300s are Baby Bullet services, even more limited. All right, so I think we're going to do, let's do a morning service. I think we'll do a 200 series service, kind of limited stops. All right, so let's do that. All right, so I think we'll do the 216 San Francisco to San Jose, leaving at 7:04. We'll leave dynamic weather. Oh, it just occurred to me today. Today is actually Friday the 13th as of this recording. Yeah, January 13th. All right. Friday the 13th services. What can go wrong? All right, so we'll just dial in some light clouds. Let's try that. All right, so we're operating the 216 San Francisco, southbound to San Jose Diridon, leaving at 7:04 a.m. Locomotive is F40PH-2 cat. We have a 6-car consist. Alright, so reverser in. Turn on the engine run, generator field, and control fuel pump switches to on. Headlights too bright. Let's see, the sun's not quite up yet. Maybe we can use the bright lights. A little cloudy out, of course. Yeah, we'll use the brights. And actually I should open the doors, shouldn't I? Alright, so we'll let the boarding cycle commence. Alright, in the meantime, let's keep setting up the cab. So I'm gonna add a little independent brake. Let's check our brake valves. Cutout valve is out. New 2A valve is trail. That should be set to lead. We're dead. Let's turn on our gauge lights, stop lights. I think I did not set that properly. Let's set the handle off. Reservoirs are charging. Brake pipe is charging. I think the PCS is open now. I think that's wrong. Alright, let's get back to emergency. It's hard to tell if that light was on or not with the lighting in the cab right now. But I think the PCS was set open, yeah. Alright, so I probably didn't initialize the brake system properly. PCS still open? You know, I can't even tell. Alright, in the meantime, let's see what else we got here. Front number lights on. Ooh, somebody messed up the help text pop-ups there. I can't even really read that. Headlight controls. Single intermittent unit. Controlling unit. Isolation switch is set to run. Okay, that's proper. Head-end power should be on. Should be normal. I don't know who messed up those pop-ups. We did just get a update to the game just this week, so somebody messed something up. Train coupled to F end or both ends. I think that's okay. Alright, in the meantime, I'm also going to set up ditch lights on, right lights are on, headlights are on. I'm going to set the alerter and the radio. That's all we want to do there. Alright, let's close the doors. I can't tell if my PCS system is set properly or not. I guess we'll test it and find out. Alright, so we're going to release the windy brake. Looks like the brake cylinders are released. Reservoirs look charged. Brake pipe is charged. We should be okay. Set the bell. Where's the bell on this one? There. Alright, let passengers know the train is about to move. Release the brakes, reverse her forward, throttle up. Alright, looks like we have power coming on, brakes are off. Okay, good. So, yeah, this is deceptive. It looked like PCS light was on, but I guess not. Alright, green signal ahead. Limit coming off the platform is 10 miles per hour. That does still look like PCS light open is on. So, is that a bug? Or did I just do something wrong? Alright, dwarf signal ahead shows green. Still holding at 10 miles per hour coming out of the yard. Increase at this signpost to 25. That increase will be in effect as soon as the tail end of our train passes that sign. And there. Alright, grab some more power. Clear signal here. Alright, so according to my HUD, we passed the sign increase to 40 a little bit further back. I didn't see that, but we can go to 40 here. All right, inside of a mile, we have our first stop coming up at 22nd Street. Alright, approaching the platform for 22nd Street here. Alright, so we have lapping brakes on the F40PH. Always makes it tricky to brake effectively. Alright, so we're about 3 minutes behind schedule, roughly. Alright, decent stop. Alright, those off. Open the right side platform doors. Alright, well, brakes are operating normally. I'm not sure about the PCS light. There might be a bug in the sim. Alright, load cycle is complete. Let's close the doors. Alright, doors are closed and locked. Release the brakes. Throttle up. Now the PCS light went out again. Interesting. Alright, slight uphill grade, just give it a little bit more throttle. Alright, next stop will be San Bruno, 8.5 miles, roughly. Alright, I don't think we need the cab lights. Exiting the tunnel. Clear signal ahead. Alright, speed limit increased there to 79, it says. Let's give it notch 8. So this is about as high a speed as they get on the Peninsula Corridor. 79 miles per hour specifically, not 80. Because I believe once you hit 80 and above in the United States, that becomes another service classification. So we're limited to 79 in this particular run, I believe. There's our alerter. Acknowledging that. Alright, so early AM services here in the San Francisco area, so it's still pretty dark. But we do kind of have a dynamic weather mode in Train Sim World now, so I believe we Yeah, it looks like we're starting to get a sunrise here. Let's see how much of the sun we get by the end of our service. And I gotta watch my speed limit. A little bit of brake. Bring us back down below 80. Alright, level grade here. So bring the throttle back into, oh, we had a little reduction there. I missed that. But just as quickly, looks like we're going back up to, no, actually, we're anticipating a further reduction to 70 ahead. But let's see if we can, I overbraked there. Let's see if we can pick up some more speed. Because I have some time I need to make up. We're trying to get to San Bruno, which is 5 miles out in about 3 minutes. So I need to make up some speed if I can. Some time if I can. Clear signal ahead, so we'll just keep pulling. Alright, anticipating reduction back to 70 inside of a mile. Sun's not quite up yet, but we do see reflection off of the bay there. That is San Francisco Bay. To our left, we're southbound. Alright, we're going to take some speed off, get us below 70 here. Slight uphill grade. Alright. Should be getting an increase again after we come through this slow curve. And I definitely overbraked. I didn't mean to take that much speed off. Yeah, but between this, the F40PH, and I would say the Class 101, the British Rail Class 101, they have the toughest, trickiest braking systems in the game. Alright, increase to 79 here. Inside of 3 miles to our next stop at San Bruno. Watching the speed, we're coming up to 79. Clear signal ahead. Warn the passengers. High-speed train, no stopping. Nobody's on the platform now. Level grade. Speed looks good. We're at 75, 74. 1.5 miles to our stop at San Bruno. Alright, clear signal ahead. I think we'll bleed off a little bit more speed as we approach San Bruno, now within about a mile. We're about a minute and a half late as of right now. All right, inside 1,000 yards to San Bruno. Uphill grade as we take this overpass, approaching the platform inside 500 yards now. Slight overshoot, but not too bad. Open the right side platform doors. Load cycle's complete. Let's close the doors. Okay, release the brakes. Throttle up. High to the northbound service on the left. Alright, 2.5 miles to our next stop at Millbrae, which we're due there now. So still running late. I don't know if we have enough space between stops now to make up our lost time. Okay. You saw it right here, folks. Magic passenger just popped in on our roof and then popped out. Okay. was unexpected, and I can honestly say I've never seen that happen before. I mean, I've seen stray passengers on the train tracks. In fact, we have some highlights in our video archive of that. But never seen one pop onto my roof like a pigeon and then just magically fly away. Okay, that's a new one for me even. And between Train Sim World 1, 2, and 3, I've got several hundred hours, if not 1,000 hours at this point in Train Sim World, and even I've never seen that happen before. Alright, inside of a mile to our next stop at Millbrae. Fog's rolling in here, which is not unusual for the San Francisco Bay Area. It tends to be foggy at times, but I guess that's an example of our dynamic weather. Here's Millbrae coming up. Alright, small break. Very foggy here at Millbrae. Overshot a little bit there too, but we're okay. Let's open the right side doors. Very nice station to have modeled here at Millbrae. Alright, so we're about 4 minutes late at this point. So we probably blew our gold medal, but we'll see how we make out. Let's close the doors. All right. That looks kind of cool with all the fog at this station. I should have grabbed a screenshot there. That was a pretty. That would have been a pretty cool shot. Oh well, next time. All right, next stop is Burlingame. Inside of 3 miles for that. We were due there about 40 seconds ago. Wow, it's getting really foggy now. All right, clear signal ahead. Alright, we're still accelerating. Let's acknowledge the alerter. Clear signal. Alright, coming up on a mile to our next stop at Burlingame. Start bleeding some speed off. Inside 500 yards now. Alright, decent stop. Open the doors. Foggy down here too. Oh man, did we blow PCS? I'm not sure why. Oh. Alright, load cycle's complete. Close the doors. PCS open indication is on. Damn it. Alright, let's grab some independent brake. I still do not have my full procedure down how to clear PCS open. I'm not sure that's accurate, but dump the reservoir. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, cleared at that time. Alright, brake cylinders are released. Throttle up. So yeah, the F40PH definitely has tricky brakes as far as stopping the train, but it can be a little tricky to set up and charge them as well. And I haven't driven it in a really long time, so kind of winging it as far as the clearing the PCS open. And that's not helping our timetable at all. Alright, about a mile to our next stop, which is San Mateo. Which, is that the last stop before San Jose? I think it is. No. Our next stop, sorry, is San Mateo, then Hillsdale, then San Carlos, then Menlo Park, then Palo Alto, then Mountain View. Okay. Then Lawrence and San Jose. Alright, I think I'm thinking of the Baby Bullet service, which this is limited service, but it's still a lot more stops than the Baby Bullet service has. Okay. Inside of a mile to San Mateo. Slight uphill grade 0.3%. Clear signal. That should be our last signal into the platform. Yeah, I'm overshooting pretty bad this time. Well, they can walk back, right? Alright, Dovetail, that's a quirky camera issue that's been there for a long time. Why don't you guys fix that at some point? Alright, load cycle's complete. Let's close the doors. Alright, release the brakes. Throttle up. Alright, next stop is Hillsdale. Just under 2.5 miles. Alright, a lot of crossovers here, or railroad crossings here. Technically, I should be using the crossing signal in the United States, but crossing signal with my horn, that is, which is 2 long blasts, 1 short blast, another long blast. There's so many of them, you know, why bother? And I'm not sure how often they use that in real life on this route, especially on this part of the route, because there's a lot of residential areas around here. Inside of a mile to our next stop at Hillsdale. Start taking some speed off. Alright, better stop. A little bit short that time, but that's okay. Alright, load cycle's complete.
Caution, the doors are about to close.
Alright, inside of 3 miles for our next stop at San Carlos. Pretty steep uphill grade here, 0.5%. That looks like a clear signal. Getting harder to read the signals at distance with this fog. Looks pretty cool though. Only downside to the fog is that we're kind of missing our sunrise that I was hoping we were going to get to see. Because I'm still not sure quite how effective the dynamic weather is. Does that mean... Actually, I think through the fog, just to the left there, I can kind of see the silhouette of the sun, I believe. Yes, yeah. Kind of that white disc there. I believe if it wasn't for the fog, that would be the sun. So, yeah, we would have had a sunrise. All right, 1 mile to San Carlos. Let's pay attention to our speed and our signals. Yeah, I believe that is the sun. Trying to burn through the fog a little bit there. That's kind of cool. So when we started our service, the sun was below the horizon, and we actually had clear but cloudy skies. But, now it's foggy. Come on, brakes. I blew the brake pipe. Yeah, these brakes are really tricky. This is going to be a bad overshoot. I dumped the brake pipe. Damn it. No, I didn't. I didn't totally dump it. Alright. So I don't have to recharge it. That's okay. Let's see. Did we get any part of the train on the platform? Not quite. Alright, that's okay. We're gonna back it up a little bit. Just so our passengers can safely get on the platform. Alright, so that was clearly our worst stop of the service so far. Alright, that's probably enough. Alright, open the doors.
The doors are about to close.
This looks like the fog is burned off pretty good here, so we can see the sun a lot better, huh? Well, that's San Francisco weather for you. Alright, just over 5 miles to our next stop, which is Menlo Park. Alright, acknowledge the alerter. Alright, so we're still limited to 79 here. I mean, technically we could cheat a little bit, but we're probably far enough behind schedule now that even if I kind of really abused the speed limit, I probably couldn't make it up. All right, clear signal here. A slight uphill grade, we're going to add some more power. It kind of looks like a clear signal. That's not our signal at all. Alright. A lot of sun glare. Hard to see the signal, actually. You know what? I've never actually used the visors in this particular locomotive. I mean, they're effective, but they also will block my signals if I use them, so I guess I don't think we want to mess with them. Alright, inside of 2 miles to Menlo Park. That is definitely a clear signal. Just the 2 visors? No, there's more visors. There we go. There's another one, but that's kind of the center. And then this one. And then for the other side, there. And there. Which I can't manipulate that one. Okay. Alright, coming up on a mile from Menlo Park. Reducing speed, minimum brake. Yeah, didn't brake enough. Alright. Could have been worse from the stop. Alright, lock the doors.
Caution, the doors are about to close.
There's the brakes. Well, yeah, I can't see the signals if I use the visor, so. Oh well. Alright, a mile to Palo Alto, our next stop. Alright, a little bit better stop that time. Taking me a while to kind of feel my brakes out again. Again, this is definitely one of the trickier brake systems in Train Sim World.
Caution, the doors are about to close.
Alright, release the brakes. Dial on for safety. Dial up. Alright, inside 6 miles for our next stop, which is Mountain View. Alright, we're still limited to 79, so let's give it full power, see how quickly we can get there. Downhill grade, let's cut the power a little bit. Watch my speed. Alright, inside 3 miles now to Mountain View. There's the baby boat service going the other way. The MP36. Inside of 2 miles now, till I stop. All right, so we're keeping at a nice, comfortable 74, 5 miles below our speed limit. Alright, inside of a mile. 0.4% uphill grade, so getting a little bit of help with slowing down as we approach Mountain View. Inside of coming up in about a half a mile now. Overshot again. Oh, these damn brakes, I tell you. Gotta baby them, not use too much of them. Alright, well, all the passengers have to walk back to the back cab. That's our back coach, that's all. That's good enough. They can use the exercise, I'm sure. The ones on the platform are probably not too happy about having to walk forward to catch the train now. Look at them. I'm sure they're all mad at me. What is with this camera? Why does it keep janking like that? Alright, let's go. we're still pulling uphill a good bit, so we're just going to give it notch 8. Now, I think I remember the devs saying that when they did their site visit to Caltrain to kind of research these locos before putting them in the game, they said that the engineers who drive this particular train, when they leave the platform, they just slam it into notch 8 as soon as they leave the platform. I gradually creep up on it a notch at a time, but I think they said these engineers really just slam it full on as soon as they're ready to go. So I'm probably babying it more than I have to. It's just my style. But maybe we'll try that after we leave the next stop, the next platform, to see how it responds. Because Dovetail did say that they heavily remodeled the traction system when they released Train Sim World 3. So let's try it. Next stop and see what we can get away with. Alright, inside 3 miles to our stop at Lawrence. Alright, that is a reduction signal. What is yellow over green? I kind of forgot. That is I haven't studied my US signals in a while. So the yellow over green was warning me that I was going to be crossed over at the next signal. And medium clear? I think it's medium clear. It means I was supposed to take the next crossover at medium speed and then clear at the signal ahead. I believe that's what I was supposed to do there. Clear after the crossover. Take the switch at medium speed and then clear. Alright, it's a medium signal, tells me to anticipate stop ahead. So we'll definitely watch our speed. Medium speed is usually 30 in the US, I believe. Alright, so we're keeping an eye out, looking for the red signal ahead. Don't want to spud. Although, looks like we're going to hit our stop at Lawrence before we find the red signal. So, okay. So we're into the platform, but we have a red signal ahead of that. Alright, so I'm over braking a little bit here, but that's just because I really don't want to sped. Although, okay, no, signal is a good bit beyond the platform. I wasn't sure how close the next signal would be. Alright, decent stop. Oh, what is with that camera? Stop that. Why does it do that? I don't know what that is. Alright. Close the doors. Brakes coming off. Bell for safety. Throttle up. Alright, so that is... Our next signal shows yellow over flashing green. I believe that is limited clear. So again, I think it's the same thing. We go through the next switch at limited speed and then clear ahead. As opposed to the previous one, which was yellow over steady green, which I believe that's medium clear. Go through the next changeover at medium speed, which is 30, and then clear ahead of the switch. This one says medium speed through the switch, I believe, which is 45. Then again, those specific limits, I believe, are CSX limits. On Caltrain, I think they use similar signal aspects, but I think the speed limits are slightly different, maybe by 5 miles per hour. So our next stop is our last stop, which is San Jose Diridan. And we're just over 5 miles to that stop. Alright, so now I've got flashing green, red over flashing green, which that is... Boy, I don't quite remember. But I know I have to stay under medium speed. I know that. Yeah, it's been a while since I studied my U.S. signals, so... Yeah, they're much more complicated in the United States than they are in Europe. If anyone watching this is interested in more information about U.S. signals, on my YouTube channel, under Specialty Collections, there is a playlist called CSX Signals, where you can get an excellent video tutorial. Not by me. It's a collection from Danny Harmon, who runs the a different YouTube channel, which is a big rail fan channel. But you can find basically a collection of his tutorial videos for U.S. signals there. His channel's called Distance Signal, by the way. Sorry. Alright, clear signal here. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see if we can get away with slamming it into Notch 8 as we leave the station, because we had reduced signal aspects coming out of our last platform. So we'll have to save that experiment for another day. But we do have clear aspect now, so with 4 miles to go, we'll just give it full power until our next reduction. Alright, so it'll end up being about an hour and a half for this particular service. But we can see with the dynamic weather that we've had a lot of weather changes just coming down from San Francisco southbound here along the route. So we went from pretty cloudy skies pre-sunrise to very foggy conditions, and then foggy with the sunrise, and now clear skies with full sunrise. So pretty good assortment of weather conditions on the route. So we did choose dynamic weather, and we got a pretty good demonstration of how that works. So GG Dovetail. Alright, coming up on 2 miles to our last stop at San Jose Diridon. We are anticipating a reduction now. Ahead, inside of a mile, we'll get our first speed reduction of 40. So I'm going to start taking off some speed now. Yeah, probably overbraked a little bit there. Alright, a little bit of an uphill grade here, 0.5%. And let's see, we've got a medium signal ahead. Yeah, flashing yellow I believe is medium. No, it's no, flashing yellow is limited. I think that's usually 45, isn't it? Although, again, I'm not sure the exact speed difference between CSX and Caltrain. Alright, but we are anticipating a reduction to 20 ahead, so I'm going to get down there now. Inside of a mile to our last stop at San Jose Diridon. Passing the Caltrain depot on our right. Take a little bit more speed off. Get us below 20. Here we go. A little hazy down here. So it's clear just to the north of us weather-wise, but now it's a little bit more hazy as we approach San Jose, the south end of the bay. Alright, steady yellow is medium, but we're limited to 20 at this stretch. We know that. Uphill grade coming in, so we're going to add some more power. 0.4% uphill. Alright, inside 1,000 yards to San Jose, inside 700 yards now. Wow, really hazy down here. This looks more like smog than fog to me. Alright, flashing red over red is essentially, I'm trying to think what that is. That is restricted, or restricting technically they call it. Approaching the platform in heavy haze. Jeez. Alright, final stop. Open the doors. Put up with the weird ass janky camera. I do not know what that's about. Alright, in the meantime, let's prep the cab for shutdown. Brake handle to brake handle off. Cutoff valve to out. MU2A valve we're going to trail 24 or 26 because we know the next engineer is going to basically take this train and turn it around and head back northbound. This becomes a push configuration with him driving from the cab car at the opposite end, so we're just going to set this one up for him. Let's turn off the gauge lights, engine run, fuel pump, and generator field off. Take the reverser handle out. Lock the doors. And we're done. Alright, so we got a bronze medal. I knew we weren't getting a gold medal because our on-time performance was too low. Did okay for the most part as far as obeying the speed limit. We did have a couple bad overshoots. One for 68 yards here at San Mateo, and another one for 187 yards at San Carlos. Other than that, and then one at 148 at Mountain View. But other than that, mostly decent. stop. Mostly decent stops, but again, very tricky braking system on this car. It's loco, the F40PH. But we can do better, and we have done better, and we'll do better again in the future. All right, so folks, thank you so much for joining this particular run. Hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this content, please be sure to give us a thumbs up. It really helps us to distribute our content for our new channel to the rest of YouTube. And thank you for your time. Hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll catch you next time.